we were hearing about Gauramandal. I could not remember yesterday clearly. Yes, the appearance day of Raghunath Das Goswami is in Saptagram. I remembered after, but I was not sure, but I checked Saptagram. That is part of Gauramandal. But in the center of Gauramandal is Navadwip Dham, which we are hearing, and today starting Parikrama. So we heard that Shri Nityananda Prabhu told Shri Jiva Goswami, this Shri Navadwip Dham, which extends over 16 kroshas, is certainly non-different from Shri Vrindavan. In these 16 kroshas there are 9 dvipas or islands, just like an 8-petaled lotus flower floats on the water. This Navadwip is also like a lotus flower with 8 petals, which are the 8 islands. Antardip is in the middle, and like a dot at the very center of this Antardip lies Mayapur. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu eternally performs various kinds of pastimes in the spherical form of Mayapur Jogapith. The diameter of Mayapur Jogapith is 1000 dhanusha, means 2000 meters, and the circumference is 3000 dhanusha, 6000 meters. Even though there are several places situated within Shri Dham Navadwip, this Jogapith is the most glorious of them all because the Panchatattva are splendidly situated there. Very soon, by the desire of Mahaprabhu, this place will, by itself, become hidden by the water of the Bhagirathi. When sometime later Mahaprabhu's desire again becomes strong, this radiant Dham will be revealed. The eternal Dham can never be lost by time, rather sometimes it remains in a hidden form and sometimes it is manifest. My Lord is eternally residing in Mayapur, which is situated on the eastern bank of Bhagirathi Ganga. Although from a mundane point of view, Vishwambar takes sannyas and leaves Navadwip to wander through many different places, nevertheless, my Shri Gauranga Mahaprabhu never leaves the village of Mayapur in Navadwip Dham to go elsewhere, like Krishna not going out of Vrindavan. The devotees still behold Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's daily pastimes, Ashtakalya Lila. O Jiva, in time to come, you will also behold Shri Gauranga Mahaprabhu's dancing. Surrounding Mayapur in all directions is the radiant Antardip, where Brahma obtained Shri Gauranga Mahaprabhu's darshan. O Jiva, if you want to see all these places, then perform Parikrama. In that way, all your desires will be fulfilled. Hearing Shri Nityananda Prabhu's words, Shri Jiva, with tear-filled eyes, offered his prostrated obeisances at the Lord's lotus feet and said, O Lord, please bestow mercy upon this insignificant soul and personally take me on Parikrama. Hearing Shri Jiva's prayer, Shri Nityananda Prabhu answered, so be it, and revealed his mind. Shri Nityananda Prabhu said, O Jiva, today you will take darshan of Mayapur, and tomorrow I will take you to many other places. Saying this, Shri Nityananda Prabhu stood up and the joyful Shri Jiva Goswami followed him. Shri Nityananda Prabhu, overwhelmed in devotional ecstasy, walked slowly, and his divine body was intoxicated with prema for Shri Gauranga Mahaprabhu. The Lord's enchanting form was swaying with transcendental emotions, and the ornaments that adorned his entire body were coruscating radiantly. Even in their meditation, Brahma, Shiva, and others cannot obtain those lotus feet, which are now walking ahead of Sri Jiva Goswami, bestowing mercy upon him. Following behind Nityananda Prabhu, Sri Jiva smeared the dust from the Lord's feet all over his body and walked on in delight. They entered Sri Jagannath Mishra's house, and Sri Nityananda Prabhu made a submission at Sachi Mata's lotus feet. O Mother, this supremely intelligent Jiva, who is a dear servant of Sri Gauranga, is very fortunate. Upon hearing these words of Sri Nityananda Prabhu, Sri Jiva fainted, falling to the ground like a tree uprooted by a great storm. Sri Jiva fell at Sri Sachi Mata's feet and rolled on the ground. Various ecstatic symptoms manifested in his body in competition with each other. Mother Sachi mercifully blessed Sri Jiva. That day they all took prasad in that very house. Sri Vishnu Priya Devi prepared rice, vegetables and many other kinds of dishes on the order of Mother Sachi. After some time, Sri Bangshi Madan Ananda Prabhu offered the preparations with great attention to Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Ishan Thakur arranged a sitting place and with an extremely joyful heart served prasad to Sri Nityananda Prabhu. Filled with motherly affection, Sri Sachi Devi told Sri Nityananda Prabhu, "Finally, my son, you are at your mother's house. Now eat with great joy. I have secretly offered this prasad to Gaur Chandra, so if you also affectionately accept it, I will become most happy at heart." Hearing the words of Mother Sachi, Sri Nityananda Prabhu blissfully accepted the prasad, and Sri Jiva Goswami received his remnants. Sri Jiva said, "I am blessed having taken prasad today at Mahaprabhu's house in Mayapur." After eating, Sri Nityananda Prabhu paid his obeisances at Mother Sachi's feet and begged her permission to leave. As Sri Nityananda Prabhu was leaving, he took Bangshi Madan Ananda with him. Sri Jiva offered obeisances at the feet of Sri Bangshi Madan Ananda Prabhu. Sri Nityananda Prabhu said, "Jiva, all devotees know this Bangshi Madan Ananda to be an incarnation of Sri Krishna's dear flute. By his mercy, the Jivas become attracted to Sri Krishna and become eager to enter Maharas. Raslila. Look, Jiva, in this house, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu performed many pastimes with all of us. Look here, this is Jagannath Mishra's temple. Daily, in a steadfast manner, he would sit here to worship Lord Vishnu. Just see this house where he used to serve guests. Also take darshan of this platform where he worshipped Tulsi. As long as Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, the maintainer of the devotees, remained at home, he used to follow the behavior shown by his father. Now Ishan Thakur performs all these duties under the guidance of Sri Bhangshivananda Prabhu, means as a household ashram Mahaprabhu's, following everything, worshipping Vishnu, serving guests. This. At this place, there was a great neem tree, which disappeared by Mahaprabhu's touch. When Sri Nityananda Prabhu described these places, he was crying. In the same way, Sri Jiva and Sri Bhangshivananda were also crying. Meanwhile, Srivas Pandit arrived there, and together the four of them left Jagannath Mishra's house and walked towards Srivas Angan. Srivas Angan is situated 100 dhanu or 200 meters north of the Jogapit. Sri Nityananda Prabhu blissfully showed Srivas Angan to Sri Jiva. Sri Jiva began to roll in the dust of Srivasangan, and the remembrance of Mahaprabhu's many pastimes came all at once. Jiva became so moved by prema that the symptoms of prema in his body appeared to compete with each other. Then, just as Sri Jiva was getting up from the ground, he saw an astonishing sight. Sriman Mahaprabhu was dancing with his intimate devotees. Vallabhanandan, means Jiva Goswami, beheld that Mahasankirtan and the extraordinary dancing of Sriman Mahaprabhu, who was radiantly situated in the midst of all the devotees. Sri Advaita Acharya and Sri Nityananda Prabhu were dancing, and Sri Gadadhar Pandit and Sri Haridas Thakur were dancing and also singing. Sri Shuklambar and hundreds of other devotees were dancing. Seeing all this, Sri Jiva was overwhelmed by prema and fell unconscious. Sri Jiva returned to consciousness. Now nothing was pleasing to him. He continuously wept and said, "Alas, alas, why did I not take birth earlier? Alas, alas, it is not my fortune to obtain the bliss of Sriman Mahaprabhu's Sankirtan in the group of his intimate devotees. Sri Nityananda Prabhu's mercy is boundless and unlimited. Today, through the strength of his mercy, I became fortunate to have a momentary vision of this pastime. My desire is that I may reside in this My desire is that I may reside in this Mayapur forever, because if so, my entanglement in the illusory energy will be removed completely. Even the thought of leaving Mayapur is making my heart palpitate. Nevertheless, the master's order is more powerful than the servant's desire. Sri Nityananda Prabhu then took Sri Jiva to Sri Advaita Acharya's house, Advaita Bhavan, which is situated 20 meters north of Srivasangan. Sri Nityananda Prabhu said, "Jiva, see the residence of Sitanath. Here the Vaishnavas are always meeting. Sitanath used to sit here and worship Lord Shri Krishna. By loudly calling out to him, Sitanath brought my only treasure, Shri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, to this earth." After rolling in the dust of that place, the four of them went to Shri Gadadhar Bhavan, the house of Gadadhar, which was 10 meters east of Advaita Bhavan. From there, Shri Nityananda Prabhu showed Shri Jiva the residence of all of Mahaprabhu's other associates. Today, when our mat is doing Parikrama, first going to Nandan Acharya Bhavan, where Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu first met, then Jogapit, there is Gaur and Lakshmi Priya, Vishnu Priya in the main altar, then Nimai and Sachi Mata and Jagannath Mishra, and behind there is Ketropal Ship. Then behind there is one Rishinga temple installed by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, and then Srivas Angan, little north, then little north in the same wall compound there, Advaita Acharya's house, and little to the right side is Gadadhar Pandit's house. Then there is Chaitanya Mat, means Chandrasekhar Acharya Bhavan. I'm telling because here Nityananda Prabhu showed Shri Jiva the residences of all of Mahaprabhu's other associates. So one of them, Chandrasekhar Acharya, in his place, Mahaprabhu did that drama of dancing as a Shakti. That Chandrasekhar Acharya, there Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he made Chaitanya Mat. Guru Gaurango, Gandharvika Giridhari are there, and all four Vaishnava Acharyas and Prabhupada's Samadhi. Gorkishore Das Babaji Maharaj's Samadhi, Prabhupada's Bhajan Kutir, Radhakunda, Shyam Kunda, there. And Prabhupada's Bhajan Kutir, where he was chanting 3 lakhs name daily for 6 years with great austerity, eating from the ground, means eating without hand. From that one stone is there, you can see it. And after that, we will go to Murari Gupta's house, little east to Chaitanya Math. There Murari Gupta resided, Ayurvedic doctor, but he can treat you physical disease, mental disease, and spiritual disease. All can treat. Spiritual disease means aversion to Krishna. He can cure that disease. He will inspire you to worship Krishna, and there his deities are there. Sitaram and Lakshman, and he is Hanuman. Murari Gupta is Hanuman. So this Parikrama is today in our mat. So other associates of Mahaprabhu. After visiting the houses of the Brahmanas, those 4 personalities blissfully proceeded toward the bank of the Ganga. Sri Jiva then had darshan of the temple of Brida ship, situated on the bank of the Ganga on the border of Mayapur. Sri Nityananda Prabhu said, O Jiva, this Brida ship is the area protector, Kshetropal, of Mayapur. This is where Praudamaya Shakti or Jogamaya eternally resides. After Sriman Mahaprabhu's disappearance, the Ganga will rise by his desire and cover almost all of Mayapur with her waters. 100 years after that, she will again manifest Mayapur. At that time, only the land of Mayapur will manifest, no houses will remain. Thus, that place will remain uninhabited for a long time. Again, when Sriman Mahaprabhu strongly desires, people will reside in Mayapur as before. All these ghats will again be manifest on the bank of the Ganga, and many devotees will come together to construct a huge temple for Sriman Mahaprabhu. One amazing temple will manifest here, wherein the daily worship of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu will constantly increase. That is Jogapit. Praudamaya or Jogamaya and Brida ship will return here and again serve the Dham according to Mahaprabhu's wish. Hearing this, Sri Jiva took hold of Sri Nityananda Prabhu's lotus feet with both his hands and said, O Prabhu, you are the cause of the manifestation of Ananta Shesh. You expand yourself as the holy abode and the holy name, and you are the shelter of the Supreme Lord's many forms. Although you perform your activities according to Sriman Mahaprabhu's desire, nevertheless you are the spiritual master of all living entities, and all potencies rest upon you. That person who differentiates between you and Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu is called a Pashanti, or heretic or atheist by the wise. You are omniscient and you have descended to perform pastimes. Yet there is a doubt in my heart. When the Ganga covers Mayapur, where will Shiva and his energy go? O Lord, please explain this to me. Brida ship, that is, Brida means old. Shiva means very experienced. Praudamaya, Parvati. Sri Nityananda Prabhu answered, O Jiva, listen to my words. On the high land that can be seen on the Ganga's western bank, there is a hillock named Paradanga, and there is a village of Brahmanas on it. North of that is the bank of the river Jannavi. Learned persons call this place Chinnadenga. A town will be founded on this bank, and Shiva and his Shakti will reside there for some time. Who is able to describe the glory of this bank? The place of Rasa Stali, is splendidly situated here on the Jannavi's bank. This is that site when we go on 5th day. Paramatala, that place. Kali is under a tree, and near is Shiva. And that bank, that Koladip, that Pulin bank, sandy bank of Ganga, is Rasa Stali, that place. So they will go there because they are protecting the Rasa Lila. Although to material eyes it appears to be an ordinary sandy place, in reality it is the eternal Dham made of jewels where transcendental pastimes are always taking place. Mayapur is Sri Gokul Mahavan, and Paradanga is said to be Satikara. Here is the Rasa Mandal of Vrindavan. In the future, loud Sankirtan will take place here. Between Mayapur and Sri Pulina, it is that side, flows the river Bhagirathi. O greatly learned one, understand that all these places are within Gaurdham. Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj and Gorkishore Das Babaji Maharaj used to do bhajan on that side. Pulina, that Ras Vrindavan. Any person who performs Parikrama of this Dham, which measures 5 kroshas, attains the darshan of Mayapur and Sri Pulin. That person who on the day of Falgun Purnima, means Gaur Purnima, circumambulates these 5 kroshas along with devotees will receive the eternal treasure Krishna Prem. O Jiva, listen to a confidential topic of mine. Shri Vishnupriya Devi worships a deity of Shri Gauranga Mahaprabhu. That is on that side, Dhameshwar Mahaprabhu. His hands are like this, life-size deity. You can get his sandals on your head by the pujari. So Shri Vishnupriya Devi worships a deity of Shri Gauranga Mahaprabhu. In the future, Brahmanas descending from the family of Shri Jagannath Mishra will take this deity to Satikara, means Chatikara, that is that side. When after the appearance of Shriman Mahaprabhu, 400 years have passed, this deity will be worshipped at the highest standard. Keep all these topics hidden for now and blissfully perform Parikrama. O best of the learned, see, there is Shri Gauranga Mahaprabhu's Ghat, 6 meters north of Briddha Shiva Ghat. Here, Shri Gaura Hari, on the pretense of performing childhood pastimes, played in the Ganga to his heart's content. Seeing the Jamuna's fortune, Himadri Nandini, means Ganga, performed severe austerities to take part in Sriman Mahaprabhu's pastimes. Lord Shri Krishna bestowed his mercy upon her, means Ganga Devi, and gave her his darshan. He said, as Shri Gaura Sundar, I will sport in your waters. The Lord of the 3 worlds, Sriman Mahaprabhu, performed pastimes here to fulfill Ganga's desire. Fortunate living entities receive much happiness seeing those pastimes. Everyone calls the Ghat that is situated 30 meters north, Madai Ghat. Tomorrow Parikrama will go that place, only indication is said. 10 meters north of Madai Ghat is the most beautiful Barakona Ghat. This Ghat attracts the minds of all persons in the town and is also called Nagariya Ghat. Vishwakarma constructed this Ghat on the order of Sriman Mahaprabhu. Ghat means landing stage. There are steps where to help you take bath in Ganga. That is Ghat. O Jiva, see here, at this Ghat are 5 Shiva temples where 5 gleaming Shiva lingas are splendidly situated. The 4 aforementioned Ghats enhance the splendor of Mayapur. By bathing at these Ghats, all miseries are removed. The area east of Mayapur is known by everyone as Antardvip. Now, according to Sriman Mahaprabhu's supreme will, no one is residing at this place, and it will remain uninhabited like this for many more days. By the influence of time, people will again reside here, and this place will manifest as the glory of Nadia district. Jiva, today you should stay here in Mayapur, and tomorrow I will take you to Simanta Nagar or Simantadvip. Hearing this, Shri Jiva said, Prabhu, a doubt has arisen in my mind. Please listen. When Ganga Devi again uncovers Mayapur, what science will enable the devotees to clearly determine the hidden location of Jogapith? Please describe this in detail. Upon hearing the words of Shri Jiva, Shri Nityananda Prabhu responded with words that were just like nectar. Listen, O Jiva, when Ganga covers Mayapur, one corner of it will remain intact. Although many Yavanas, means Muslims, will reside here, this place will still be named Mayapur. 1,000 meters southwest of the part that remains intact, a raised area will be seen that is always covered with grass. That very place is the residence of Jagannath Mishra. 10 meters from here is the temple of Briddha sheep. Devotees will ascertain these places according to this measurement. Here a trench named Shiva Doba will be seen, one pond like Doba. This trench will indicate that earlier the river Ganga flowed here. In this way, according to Sri Mahaprabhu's desire, the devotees will reveal these lost places. Know this for certain. This is Bhaktivinoda Thakur did. 400 years after the appearance of Sriman Mahaprabhu, the attempt to recover the lost holy places will begin. Because Bhaktivinoda Thakur wanted to go to Vrindavan for bhajan, and he went to Tarkeshwar, Shiva there in Krishna Nagar, there near, to get his permission. But Shiva appeared to him and said, no, why you want to go to Vrindavan? Here in Navadwip there is so much work to be done. You should work here. So then Bhaktivinoda Thakur changed, and that time he started revealing all these holy places, and he wrote this book and everything. Shri Jiva said, O Prabhu, now please explain to me the real reason for this place being named Antardvip. Shri Nityananda Prabhu said, at the end of Dwapar Yuga, Brahma performed austerities here, desiring to receive Shri Gauranga Mahaprabhu's mercy. During Shri Krishna's pastimes, Brahma tried to delude Govinda by stealing the calves and cowherd boys. Seeing his own deceit defeated, the four-headed Brahma became very unhappy due to his offenses. After speaking many words of glorification, Brahma begged forgiveness at Shri Krishna's feet and the Lord of Vrindavan, Shri Krishna indeed forgave him. We are hearing these prayers. This year it will come again during Purushottam month, these prayers. Then Brahma thought in his mind, for me to think that I am the creator of the universe is most contemptible. This faulty understanding alone deprives me of Krishna Prema and of relishing the rasas of the pastimes of Braja. If I had taken birth as a cowherd boy, I would have easily obtained service to Shri Krishna, the master of the gopis. I did not have the great fortune to relish the rasa of those pastimes. But now I will not have any wicked mentality towards Shri Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Saying this, Lord Brahma began to meditate and perform austerities in this very same Antardvip. Some time later, Shri Gaurachandra mercifully appeared before the four-headed Brahma and said, O Brahma, being satisfied with your austerities, I have come to give you that boon for which you are hankering. When Brahma opened his eyes and saw Shri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, he became unconscious and fell to the ground. Brahma. The Lord put his foot on Brahma's head. Receiving transcendental knowledge, Brahma began to offer prayers. I am very low and wretched, he said. Being controlled by pride, I committed offenses at your feet, and as a result I am absorbed in mundane enjoyment. All scriptures declare that I, Shiva, Indra, and all other demigods are your subjugated servants. Panchana means Shiva. Here. It is not our fortune to become your pure servants. Therefore, Maya has covered us with her net of illusion. The first half of my life has passed, and now I am most anxious about how the second half will pass. My mind is disturbed by many difficulties because of being indifferent toward you. My only prayer at your feet is that I may join you as your associate in your manifest pastimes. May I attain such a birth that my conceit in being the creator will be removed, that I may remain with you the whole time, and that I may glorify you. Hearing Brahma's prayers, Shri Gauranga Mahaprabhu said, so be it, and bestowed the boon upon him. Shriman Mahaprabhu said, at the time my pastimes manifest, you will take birth in a Yavana's house. You will always think of yourself as low and fallen. Your name will be Haridas. And you will be free from all pride. Daily 300,000 names of Hari will dance upon your tongue. And at the time of leaving this world, you will have darshan of me. By virtue of this practice, at the end of the second half of your present birth, you will attain the Shri Navadwip Dham and be absorbed in eternal rasa. O Brahma, listen to these words from my heart. Do not reveal them here and there in different scriptures. Having taken the mood of a devotee, I will relish the rasa of bhakti and manifest the supremely rare process of sankirtan. I will drown in the rasa of Braja with all the devotees who were present at the time of my other avatars. My heart is controlled by Shri Radhika's prema. I will take her bhab and bodily luster and appear in this material world. Accepting her bhab, I will taste the happiness that Shri Radha experiences in serving me. From today itself, you will attain the position of being my disciple, And later as Haridas, you will always serve me. Saying this, Sriman Mahaprabhu disappeared, and Lord Brahma fell to the ground unconscious. Again gaining consciousness, he restlessly began to call out, O Gauranga, O friend of the fallen, O you who are loving toward the devotees, when will I attain your lotus feet? Brahma wept like this for many days.